Now we return to nouns. We've already explored the masculine noun paradigm with the word logos and all of its paradigm endings, logos, logo, logu, logo, logon, and so forth. Now we're looking at the feminine nouns. And remember that feminine does not refer to a biological gender or anything like that. It's simply a grammatical category, and certain nouns fit into this category and have these endings, and so they're known as feminine nouns. Now the feminine nouns are a little more complex than the masculine nouns, as we see on the slide. There are three types of endings. These endings are determined by the final letter in the stem of each word. So take a look at this first example, grafie. This word ends its stem with the letter phi, which is a consonant. See that there. So words that are like grafie, whose stem end in a consonant, will follow the endings of grafie. However, some nouns, feminine nouns, have stems that end in a vowel or the letter rho. Remember I said that rho is a consonant that sometimes behaves like a vowel, and this is a good example. So hora, which means hour or time, is our example for feminine nouns whose stem ends in a vowel or the letter rho, and we see that its endings are a little different. And finally, doxa is our example of feminine nouns that have a sigma or a xi at the end of the stem. You see that xi right there, and that affects the endings that follow as well. Well, let's look at them in more detail. First, back to grafie. The feminine singular nominative of grafie is grafie. So you've got the stem ending in the letter phi, and you've got the ita ending, indicating that it's a feminine singular nominative noun. The feminine singular genitive form is grafis, this time with I and a sigma for the genitive. The feminine singular dative form is grafi with an I, and notice the iota subscript. Again, the iota subscript is indicating the dative singular ending. Then we have the feminine singular accusative form, which is grafin, ita, nu for the accusative. Then we move to the plurals. Feminine plural nominative form is grafe. The feminine plural genitive form is grafon. The feminine plural dative form is grafes. The feminine plural accusative form is grafas. So these are all the forms for feminine nouns that follow grafie, that is, that have a consonant at the end of the stem. They will follow grafie. I, is, I, in, on, es, as. Now let's move to the second set of forms, following hora. For feminine nouns whose stem end in a vowel or the letter rho, we have a different ending for the feminine singular nominative. It is alpha, hora. Whereas for grafie, it was an ita, grafie. Here it's an alpha. For the feminine singular genitive, we have horas, alpha, sigma, instead of ita, sigma. For the feminine singular dative, we have hora, alpha with the iota subscript, not ita with the iota subscript. Then feminine singular accusative is horan, alpha, ni, instead of ita, ni. Now the nice thing is the plural endings are all the same. On, es, as. Same for grafie, hora, and doxa. So let's look at the singular endings for doxa. The feminine singular nominative of doxa is doxa. The alpha is just like the hora ending. Then we come to the feminine singular genitive form, doxis. Now this one is not like hora, which is alpha sigma, but is like grafis, ita sigma. So what we see with doxa is a blend of these two paradigms. We have a hora ending in the nominative. We have a grafis ending in the genitive and in the dative. So the feminine singular dative is doxi with an ita and the iota subscript, just like grafi. But in the accusative, the feminine singular accusative, we have doxan, alpha ni, just like horan, alpha ni. So again, the doxa paradigm is a blend of these other two paradigms. Whereas, again, the plural forms are all the same, which is nice. So what you need to do is learn from memory all of these forms. Take particular care with the differences between the paradigms, consonants, stems that end in consonants like grafi, stems that end in vowels or the letter rho like hora, and stems that end in sigma or xi like doxa. So take particular care to learn those rules and this table before we go any further.